Mitt Romney decided he was going to take on Donald Trump, the Republican establishment had to have somebody who was willing to fight him. Now, it had to be somebody who was not currently an elected official, because they might have to work with President Trump if he wins, if these attacks don't work. But boy, the establishment and the donor base of the Republican Party does not like Donald Trump. The reason they don't like him is because they can't predict him, they can't control him. Now, we don't like him for different reasons. He uses racism, xenophobia, and we have no earthly idea. I don't think Donald Trump has any earthly idea what he's going to do when he's president. You don't want a wild card like that, especially one with fascist tendencies. But the Republican donors are not worried about that. They're really pissed that he's not an order taker. So they take their last order taker, Mitt Romney, and they decide they're going to attack Trump with it. But before he takes the stage, of course, what does Donald Trump do? He takes to Twitter. So here's what he wrote last night or yesterday as he found out Romney's going to give a speech against him. He writes, "Failed presidential candidate Mitt Romney is having a news conference tomorrow to criticize me. Just another desperate move by the man who should have easily beaten Barack Obama." Just getting started. Looks like two-time failed candidate Mitt Romney is going to be telling Republicans how to get elected. Not a good messenger. And I sense a theme here. Failed candidate Mitt Romney, who ran one of the worst races in presidential history, is working with the establishment to bury a big R win. Okay? Just getting warmed up. Wait till you see what he says after the speech. Hold. I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you Romney. I'm going to give you Trump after the speech. But again, before the speech, Trump writes, now this is 3:59 a.m. Does this guy ever get off of Twitter? Anyway, why did Mitt Romney beg me for my endorsement 4 years ago? Yes, beg is capitalized. And then he goes on the Today Show, apparently not having gotten any sleep. Mitt Romney's a stiff. Mitt Romney will not get elected. Mitt Romney failed twice and really failed last time. You get a sense that he thought Mitt Romney failed? He begged me 4 years ago for my endorsement. Literally begged me. And he's a failed candidate. Frankly, I backed him. He failed. He was a horrible candidate. Didn't know what he was doing. He ran one of the worst campaigns, as you know, in presidential history. That was an election that should have been won by the Republicans. He was a catastrophe. A mess. Okay, now, let's give the floor to Mitt Romney and let him make a pretty strong case against Donald Trump. Watch.
I'm not here to announce my candidacy for office, and I'm not going to endorse a candidate today. Instead, I'd like to offer my perspective on the nominating process of my party. Back in 1964, just days before the presidential election, which incidentally we lost, Ronald Reagan went on national television and challenged America, saying that it was a time for choosing. I'm no Ronald Reagan, and this is a different moment in time. But I believe with all my heart and soul that we face another time for choosing. And let me put it very plainly. If we Republicans choose Donald Trump as our nominee, the prospects for a safe and prosperous future are greatly diminished. If Donald Trump's plans were ever implemented, the country would sink into prolonged recession. But you say, wait. Isn't he a huge business success? Doesn't he know what he's talking about? No, he isn't. And no, he doesn't. He inherited his business. He didn't create it. And whatever happened to Trump Airlines? How about Trump University? And then there's Trump Magazine, and Trump Vodka, and Trump Steaks, and Trump Mortgage. A business genius, he is not. Trump tells us that he is very, very smart. I'm afraid that when it comes to foreign policy, he is very, very not smart. Here's what I know. Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. His promises are as worthless as a degree from Trump University. He's playing the members of the American public for suckers. He gets a free ride to the White House, and all we get is a lousy hat. I'm convinced America has greatness ahead. And this is a time for choosing. God bless us to choose a nominee who will make that vision a reality.
All right, that's a mixed bag. Now, a lot of good attacks in there, and he went there. He called him a phony, a fraud. Now, if he turns out he's their nominee, boy, the Republicans are going to be in one giant mess. And he said he's playing you for suckers. Now, all that is true, And he's right to point out, look at all those so-called businesses he ran. Total failures. I mean, how many bankruptcies did this guy have? He had 4 different bankruptcies. So all of this, beyond time that somebody finally said it. He doesn't endorse anyone. Come on, get real, man. We know you're on Rubio's side. Okay, go, right? So that's okay. That's okay. I get it. You're pretending to be neutral. But on the other hand, you bring out Mitt Romney, who is, who's reeking of the establishment. He really is. And Republicans know this too. And they're pissed at him for losing last time. And he goes, a successful businessman, he is not. I do declare, I'm rich. He's not really rich. You might accidentally be helping him, right? So he's running against the establishment, and the establishment comes out here and says, I do declare, I don't like him. Some of the jokes fell a little flat, too. All we got is a lousy hat. You know what I'm saying? No, that one didn't work? Okay. Now, the other problem is Trump is going to counterpunch. Uh-oh. Okay, now I'm going to give you the first one. The first one's pretty bad. Wait till you see the second one. Okay, let's watch.
And so when Mitt started raising his head a few months ago, I was very Mitt Romney should not run. He's a choke artist. And I said it very strongly. What happened is Jeb Bush convinced Mitt not to run. Mitt was going to run. It was going to be a 3rd attempt. The second one being one of the great catastrophes. The first one just didn't happen, so that's okay. But the second was a catastrophe. And what happened is he went to see Jeb, and Jeb had him convinced that he's going to run, he's got the money, he's this, and Mitt chickened out. But I'll tell you the real reason he chickened out. It wasn't Jeb. It was me. Because I said, he's the choke. If you remember, Mitt was all set to run. I know this from people that are close to him. And I think he probably still has a desire, maybe at the convention, to try and get some kind of a thing. Hillary Clinton will destroy him in the election.
He's scared of me. That's the usual Trump stuff. We've seen this. Uh-oh. Here comes the worst part.
But I heard that Mitt Romney made a fairly long speech. And I mean, honestly, I thought I'll just address it quickly because it's irrelevant. Look, Mitt is a failed candidate. He failed. He failed horribly. The third debate, I backed him. You can see how loyal he is. He was begging for my endorsement. I could have said, Mitt, drop to your knees. He would have dropped to his knees. He was begging. Sure. He was begging me. He came up with the 47%. He demeaned 47% of the people in our country, right? The famous 47%. Once that was said, I'll be honest, once that was said, a lot of people thought it was over for him.
Oof. Oh, man, he did it again. Well, anyway, Mitt, nice try. It's just another failed attempt. Trump just gets stronger. I don't know when the Republican establishment is going to realize he's like that alien in Star Trek. When you fire the phasers at him, he only gets bigger and stronger. So you created this Trumpenstein with all the racism that the Republican Party pushed for decades and decades in their Southern strategy. You created the xenophobia. You fed that beast. And you said the billionaires are great and they should be lauded and everybody should understand how the greatest people in America are the richest, most wonderful people. And then you got a billionaire who came out and said, oh, okay, thank you very much for this, monster that you've created. And I will now maraud through the village. And now when you go and try to fire your phasers at him, he's like, get on your knees. Oh, well, if you're the guys who wanted to do a corrupt system where rich people give you money and you get on your knees. So don't complain now that Trump turns it around on you and says, I was the rich guy you got on your knees for. Sad day for you. Maybe you shouldn't have been in favor of all that money pouring into politicians and bribery being legalized. Now that Trump's using it against you, don't cry over it.